That's what we are. We're Sharp at TNN Trap News Network. We back in the same, like, cook, cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge, though. You can't get in nobody's college, though, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. Make sure you tap in with the tap in. Make sure you tap in with that tap in, man. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, subscribe button. Make sure you tap in. Today is Thursday, January the 16th. We want to go ahead and tap in with the tap in, man. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you stay locked in because on Sunday, January the 26th, we will be giving a live music giveaway. We're doing a live music review. Make sure y'all get into that live music review. And I'm actually changing that to the following Sunday because that's TKP birthday, and I'm not gonna do a live music review with y'all on her birthday unless she don't care. Baby, you want me to switch the day for the live music review? Because y'all know you in the chat. So if you want me to switch the day, baby, I'll switch the day because that's your birthday, and your birthday matters more than a live music review as far as my world is concerned. You feel me? Give me 30 minutes to get off YouTube Live, and I'm gonna call you back. You straight? No, what's up? They can give me 30 minutes. All right, and then hey, I was calling you to see what was going on with yours to see if I could get the nigga the game or not. That's what I was calling you for. Yeah, what's up? That nigga might not answer, but we gonna see. That nigga might look. I could call this nigga, but that don't mean the nigga's gonna answer. Is that the point you trying to prove to whoever you talking to? Hey, this is what I'll tell y'all. And I'm saying this on YouTube Live because I don't mind saying this and I stand by it. Your uncle looks out for y'all more than your granddaddy ever looked out for your daddy and your uncle. So everything that your daddy do for y'all is above and beyond. So I don't know if you niggas are in trouble. I don't know if y'all fucking up. I don't know if y'all on bullshit. But if this nigga's calling me for this, as me being your uncle, I'm going to tell y'all for the last time. If y'all keep giving my brother a headache, I'm going to fuck you up. Somehow, some way, I feel like you guys are stepping on an ass whooping. So let me make this abundantly clear. You spoiled ass little niggas. All you niggas are spoiled. Niggas is walking around. I'm not saying the names because I'm on YouTube Live. But little girl, as you walk around this motherfucker looking like a Slauson Swap Meet jewelry store stand. You're spoiled as shit. Little boy who has had thousands of dollars devoted to him to play football. You are spoiled as shit. So whatever your daddy is doing or not doing is way more than what the fuck we ever had. Because if I need something, I gotta go outside and get it. As being a good ass big brother, I made sure your daddy never had to. Y'all niggas don't even understand the amount of sacrifice that I've had to make sure your daddy don't end up in no jail or no bullshit. Straight the fuck up. Y'all niggas will never know what it's like to be 17, making sure that your little brother has to go to school and you have to get this nigga there. Teaching this nigga about girls, about life. Y'all got an actual daddy in the house. Whatever the fuck you're doing, stop, my nigga. I'm tired of having this fucking conversation. Stop being spoiled little punks, bro. Because whatever you niggas is doing, it don't need to happen like this. Am I clear? Y'all niggas got 30 minutes and I'm up your ass. Brent, I'm going to call you right back. Peace. I don't know what the fuck my niece and my nephew be on. I don't know what the fuck my niece and my nephew be on. Niggas don't be playing that shit, bro. Like, what's up with y'all niggas, bro? My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad. That's all in the video. Shit. Let's get into ADAM22. Fuck it. It's in the video. Y'all know I'm a real one. 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 One thing my niece and my nephew ain't gonna be is fucking hoes and gangbangers. Y'all gonna conduct yourselves appropriately and accordingly. Hey, if y'all don't see that my family is a village, if this don't show y'all that my family is a village, come on, bro. We all hold each other accountable. You feel me? Stop playing. Let me get this. My bad.
Broke down what was at the time a burgeoning phenomenon in the rap game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about
and that's on the dead anchors. Whooping shit.
You may have heard of whippets, a drug abused sometimes using balloons and whipped cream containers. But now some people say the gas is far easier to get, and one doctor believes that access could be causing a crisis.
Sipping on this fucking syrup like it's Lipton. Bitch, send me the gas, I need to smoke, hand me the whip it. In the door, his hands up like he Egyptian. Bitch, I pop a sand and grab the cake, can't leave a witness.
But all of a sudden, you started to see rappers just walking around, posing with the canister, doing little dances with the canister on top of their head, shit like that.
After many
That is a stupid. All drugs are stupid to do, but that's the stupidest drug to use.
refills of the
Now, I like Draco Know the Truth. I know he's obviously not the real Draco the Ruler, but he's a good supporter, and he's always holding it down for Draco the Ruler. So I like Draco Know the Truth.
balloon, Nos Tank decides to ice up.
Now I'm in a mad black, scat pack and track hard. Twist the top off that bitch and eat it. Now I can't walk.
Yeah, say no to drugs, bro. Like, nothing about this looks cool.
At the time, whippets were becoming increasingly popular within hip-hop thanks to massive rappers like Gunna and Young Thug promoting them on their social media accounts. At that time, the popularity of this drug was somewhat constrained due to how cumbersome they were to consume. In order to partake in whippets, it required the user to reload this here cracker over and over with these little tanks in order to continue to get fucked up. I personally once watched a rapper consume an entire box of cartridges during the recording of just one verse, which probably took around 40 minutes total. Now,
Goodness gracious. God damn. 40 minutes, a whole box? That shit is crazy.
Now, just to be clear, this was not the only way to get high off nitrous. In fact, many people pointed out to me after the last video that Shoreline Mafia had been displaying a big-ass nitrous tank in some of their older videos where they were able to simply fill balloons with the nitrous and inhale it without any unnecessary steps. However, as many of you I'm sure now know, nitrous consumption has advanced dramatically over the last 4 years.
Hey, now I know that like Mexicans used to do NOS back in the day when I was a kid and all that kind of stuff. I never really seen nobody but the Mexican homies really be too big a part of this and all that. But it's interesting now to see blacks a part of this type of situation. And with that all being said, this shit is just barnacles, bro. Like I can't understand why, you know what I'm saying, somebody would want to intake this type of shit.
I first became aware of this during my interview with Philadelphia rapper Skrilla, in which he repeatedly took whippets throughout the interview and even convinced me to take one straight out of the tank myself. I can't get on the moral high road though, because
You gotta hit it one time, bro, for the camera, bro. You gotta hit it one time, bro. You gotta hit it one time, bro. Just one time for the camera, bro. You gotta hit it one time.
Just tilt it to the side or what?
Just twist it this way.
Are you gonna be offended if I rub this off?
Nah, for sure. I do every time when somebody else
I
did it.
twist it and then just suck?
Like this. Don't.
I twist it and just suck. It's actually crazy. There's no reason why. Adam, come on, bro. Come on, Adam. We don't need to see you doing whippets, bro.
No, whoa, no Diddy.
Pause.
No Diddy.
Uh-oh.
I don't do no sucking, bro.
That's just not a healthy, like my head hurts looking at them do it, bro. Like I can feel it all in my eyes. Like that right there looks crazy.
All right, now you ADAM22 now.
Yeah, I overdid it.
That's that. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. They're living that junkie life. That's crazy. I would never in my life ever.
To me after the last video that Shoreline Mafia had been displaying a big-ass nitrous tank in some of their older videos where they were able to simply fill balloons with the nitrous and inhale it without any unnecessary steps. However, as many of you I'm sure now know, nitrous consumption has advanced dramatically over the last 4 years. I first became aware of this during my interview with Philadelphia rapper Skrilla, in which he repeatedly took whippets throughout the interview and even convinced me to take one straight out of the tank myself. I can't get on the moral high road though, because
You gotta hit it one time, bro, for the camera, bro. You gotta hit it one time, bro. You gotta hit it one time, bro. Just one time for the camera, bro. You gotta hit it one time.
Just tilt it to the side or what?
Just twist it this way.
Are you gonna be offended if I rub this off?
Nah, for sure. I do every time when somebody else did it.
I twist it and then just suck?
Like this. Don't, no, whoa. No Diddy.
Pause.
No Diddy.
Uh-oh.
I don't do no sucking, bro. All right, now you ADAM22 now.
Yeah, I overdid it. I did it too fast. What the fuck?
You Adam.
How the fuck am I letting him do this?
You ADAM44 now.
See, my voice turning all crazy like you. I sound like Cardi.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm gonna sound the opium with this voice.
Yeah, man, I'm not a fan of that, bro. I don't think that the whippets are a thing. I'm gonna say stay whippet free. You feel me? 10 years ago, if your homie, 10 years ago, if you told your homie you did a perk, they'd be like, you a junkie. Now they be like, damn, can you get more? That's real. That's real. 10 years ago, you said your homie was a junkie for being on dope. Now, these niggas trying to figure out where the plug at. Barnacles.
You know what the fuck that shit is.
So everybody at home can kind of review my behavior right now. Okay, now I'm feeling it. All right, yeah, there you go. The contraption Skrilla used during this clip is called a whip trip, according to my sources, and it's very similar to another brand of nitrous called Galaxy Gas that has become extremely popular over the last year or so. Technically, these devices are intended to be used to refill whipped cream chargers and to create foams and mousses for use in cocktails. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that almost nobody is using them for those purposes, and essentially everyone copping Galaxy Gas are buying it for one reason and one reason only: to get high. We were curious exactly where this stuff was being sold, who was distributing it, were they aware of who was purchasing it and what it was being used for. I sent my team out into the field to gather some information and report back to me. Now let's see what they were able to find.
Have you seen a recent rise in clients this summer?
No, actually, clientele's been a little bit slower because there's all this competition coming up. So it's been it's been a little bit on the slow side.
There's been a lot of new shops popping up.
Yeah, new shops.
How many people do you think come in a day?
On a good day during the week would be anywhere from 50 to 60 customers. And then on the weekends, anywhere from, I would say, 70 to 120. Obviously, being 70 is slow, it would be a slow.
That is a lot of people doing this, bro. Like, and you niggas are just basically taking, like, like I said, if you, a poor man's whippet, first of all, a poor man's whippet even being a thing is barnacles. But if you broke, that just means go get $1 whipped cream can, squeeze all the whipped cream out, and it's stuck in the air. That shit is crazy, bro. Like, this is disgusting.
Weekend.
And I like that ADAM22 is kind of bringing attention to this because they do promote a lot of drug usage on No Jumper. So now I like that he's kind of showing the other side, like, hey, this is how this shit could fuck you up. So kudos to ADAM22 for awareness and education because they do promote a lot of drug usage on No Jumper. So I like how they kind of showing, like, hey, this is how this shit could fuck you off.
You've been marketing with a lot of local rappers. Is there any reason?
What's the deal? It's your boy Frost chasing down hyping every day, leaking everybody. Trying to celebrate with some high quality gas cream type of my people over at Limitless. Yo, what's the deal, man? It's your boy CNG. I'm out here posted up at Limitless.
Yeah, just to get my locations out there and get some exposure.
Did it surprise you how many shops have opened up recently?
It doesn't surprise me because it's like any other business. It's like how many burger joints there is next to each other, how many Starbucks, coffee shops. So we're trying to eat here. So it doesn't really surprise me because it's just the name of the business, name of the game. Here you go, ladies. Just have a good one, okay? Be safe.
Now, the guy that my team interviewed for this piece was being a little bit evasive. He didn't really want to get into detail about exactly who was purchasing the product, but my team let me know that in the hour that they were there was about 22 different customers, and the vast majority of them, in their words, were young Mexican people who seemed...
Yeah, like I said, not to sound like that, I ain't saying black people don't, but that's typically a Mexican
like
drug.
They like to get fucked up. Now we know a little bit more about how nitrous finds its way into the hands of consumers, and while the suppliers are in many ways insulated from its effects, I can't say the same. My good friend Orlin, who I have affectionately referred to as Living Dead Girl in the past, came on the podcast a few months back and shared her heartbreaking story about her nitrous addiction.
I started sometime last year where it was just like once a weekend I would do like one tank. Okay. And then, I was like...
A whole tank? She looked like she got problems that she need therapy and she got daddy issues and she finna be out here doing some weird freaky ish.
Well, this is fun. I don't like vaping. I don't like smoking. I don't like doing any of that. So, this kind of makes me feel like good, I guess. And I was doing one tank a day.
A tank sounds like a ton. How big is a tank?
So they actually upgraded the tanks now. You can get a bag. You can get a bag with your tank. And it comes with a handle. They're huge tanks now. They're like this big and like this tall. I would do one of those in...
That's crazy, bro. That girl is an addict.
3 hours.
That whole tank in 3 hours?
less than 3 hours.
I'll see people with those at parties, and it seems like that's for like the whole party.
No, and I would not share. And then I started doing 3 tanks.
A big tank like that, and you didn't share? Yeah, she's obviously sober now. You feel me? But goodness gracious, this is crazy.
Today, and then that.
Shout out to her for being sober, but I imagine all these tattoos and her blacked out eyes and all this kind of stuff is a result of this crazy usage of these substances.
Came to 6 to 10 tanks.
No jumper underbelly. And that's what I thought when I saw this. I said, damn, this nigga ADAM22 doing soft white underbelly interviews now.
And how much does each tank cost?
Jesus Christ. I think I spent like $10,000 in a month.
What the
Yeah.
But despite Orlin being so vocal about her experience with nitrous, that has not stopped the younger generation of hip-hop fans and drug enthusiasts from going all in on nitrous, something displayed in a recent interview with LA rapper Player Ways, who insisted on refilling his balloon.
Yeah, and that's when Player Ways was on there with Draco. I'm sorry, with Ralphie the Plug. They part of Draco the Ruler Sting Team. God bless the dead. And it was on there with Ralphie the Plug, and Break Baby was like, "Bro, chill out on the tank. You doing too much."
Over throughout the episode, rendering the conversation nearly unlistenable and nearly pushing the host, Brick Baby, over the edge.
Fucking up the interview. It's fucking the interview up, good.
I'm fucking the interview up?
Yeah, the sound. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Doing all that like cuz of hood.
Like they addicts. I remember this interview. They couldn't stop. Like they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop. They couldn't stop. They were like legitimately addicts. They couldn't stop filling them balloons up through the whole interview to the point where Break Baby got fed up. Imagine how irritating you have to be for Break Baby to be fed up with your addiction. Break Baby, who's typically understanding of everybody else's addiction, they were huffing the whole interview. Shh. All you heard. For Break Baby to be sick of your addiction, you're doing a lot, big dog. A whole lot.
You can drink, smoke, whatever, cuz, but when you at an interview, it's the crib, like, you gotta be, cause then the motherfucker, only bullshit niggas gonna want to interview you. But with the iHeartRadio call, with iHeartRadio call, nigga, what they gonna do? They gonna tell you gotta use the tank outside. You can't smoke a cigarette. You can't smoke a blunt or nothing. Cause you gonna go in there and do that shit. You gonna go to Sway and do the same thing, and you gonna freestyle and do all that. You get what I'm saying? So a nigga just gonna teach you etiquette. Cause I'm your big bro. I got to. At this moment right here, I'm telling myself, you gotta stay under control because you're the host of the interview. If you blow it, it's gonna be ugly.
As we were recording this video, I had a realization. One of the No Jumper hosts, prolific former drug abuser Lush One, has been witnessing people use nitrous since the 90s and even dabbling in the stuff himself from time to time. As a result,
Lush be looking like a junkie. I hate to say it, but Lush be looking like a junkie.
Former drug abuser Lush One has been witnessing people use nitrous.
Adam is the only person on No Jumper who actually doesn't be looking like he's all perked out and drugged out, all skinny and sucked up and stuff. Like, Lush look bad, bro. Lush looks bad. Lush looks like a junkiana. Sheesh.
Since the
because he is, facts.
90s, and even dabbling in the stuff himself from time to time. As a result, we thought it would be good to get some historical context about nitrous's role in the overall party scene over the years.
First time I tried nitrous, I was probably like 12 years old. I just remember like at that time in the early 90s, that was part of the party pack. You couldn't go anywhere in LA. Every single party had Nas tanks, $1 below.
Yeah, I remember seeing Nas tanks at parties, that's for sure, but I never seen any black people do it at all. At all. I'd never seen blacks do this.
Balloons if you cool, $2 if we don't know you. There's the tankers are part of the party pack. Force are going to baking supply stores and run through the whipped cream aisle and get a can of, I'm not trying to give you all ideas, but we hit,
like I said, you empty out the whipped cream aisle and you go from there.
You just touch the ready whip real lightly so just the nitrous part come out, and you suck on that pause, and then so we was doing that. We leaving pause the supermarket with faces full of cream damn near because we nozzing out, fool. Everyone that's done Nas will say the same thing. What Nas does to you is wom 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 wom. It's literally it. It's almost like being in a K-hole. My worst Nas experience.
It's like being in a what?
What Nas does to you is wom 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 wom. It's literally it. It's almost like being in a K-hole. My
I don't know what a K-hole is. I have no, is that ketamine? What the hell? What is a K-hole? To any of my drug users in a chat, what is a K-hole? Is that ketamine? Ketamine. Okay, got it.
Nas experience, I fished one time, which means I passed out. I was at this party on the west side, and I hit a balloon, and the next thing I remember, all I saw was black. It was pitch black, and then just a light, and the light was just like moving, spinning closer and closer, and I was like, oh, I'm like having conscious thoughts. Like, I'm here, I know where I'm at, and I'm stuck here, and I need to get out of this realm wherever I'm at. Next thing I remember, like, I'm coming to, and my homie's like, hey, you at a party, you just fished on a Nas balloon, I caught your head 3 inches above the concrete. You were about to be kaput, player. The nitrous resurgence is crazy to me. Like, I was shocked to see it. Like, I thought that was like, the whole thing had been over, but I'm not really surprised because as many times as I've been to rehab, every single time, there's somebody there that was a Nas head. There's somebody that be on inhalants. If you go back to watch the show Intervention, the best episode ever was some girl that was addicted to it.
Like, all I can say is this shit right here don't make no sense, bro. Like, I've look, don't get me wrong, man. Look, I ain't saying I'm better than nobody. I smoke a gang of tree. I do mushrooms. I done did some ecstasy back in the day. You know what I'm saying? 2007 through 2010. I did my pill popping. I never did perks, but I did ecstasy. I done did LSD. I done did acid. You know what I'm saying? I'm into all that, psycho trips and all that. I ain't never put nothing in my nose. I ain't never put nothing in my veins. I ain't never sucked on no glass dick. None of that. 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 You feel me? So I'm just saying, bro, this is Barnacalias right here, bro. I'm not sure how the hell we got to this point where we talking about doing NOS. Barnacles.
Inhalants. So it's always like been.
Hey, YouTube Police Department, statute of limitations, bro. I'm good.
And there, I think that.
And in California, it's no law against doing drugs. It's law against possessing the drugs. Shout out to California.
It just, things come in cycles. It was a part of hood culture out here for a long time, especially like,
Everybody be asking me, man, does the Blue Chew actually work?
Bro, you get a month for free.
It's, with the essays really cracking, and we're seeing it again. It's wild, but I think that people should get like better habits because a lot of people don't realize the way Nas really makes you act beyond just like the 2 or 3, that short amount of time where you're actually feeling the effects. It's impairing your thinking for the rest of the night, and those ain't doing just one balloon. So yeah, be careful. Love y'all.
In addition to Lush, during the filming of this video, we also realized that popular LA rapper Conrad had experienced NOS addiction, but managed to pull away before becoming...
What the hell? Conrad? You gotta be the only... Conrad had to be messing around with some Mexicans, bro. What? Let's see what Conrad got to say about this. Big shout out to Conrad, man. I got a lot of love for bro.
Fully addicted.
Back like in 2020, I think it was 2020, 2021 or something like that. I used to go to this continuation school in Hawthorne, and I used to hang with these Mexican dudes. And we used to...
It can't be 2020 and 2021. He might mean 2000, 2001. There's no way that this nigga means 2020 or 2021. I think he means 2000 or 2001.
I think it was 2020, 2021 or something.
Yeah, because there's no reason why Conrad would be at a continuation school in 2020 and 2021. Conrad has long since graduated, so I would assume that Conrad is meaning 2000, 2001.
Like,
don't worry about it. Years are hard.
I used to go to this continuation school in Hawthorne, and I used to hang with these Mexican dudes.
Told you, he was hanging out with the essays.
And we used to be off this fucking shit in the can, bro. I think it was like the same thing, but it was like some computer cleaner shit, I think. Before, I used to do whippets. I used to have the little cans. I used to throw them motherfuckers everywhere. I ran into some homies and shit that was doing the shit with the balloons. Whippets, though, when you keep doing them in a certain amount of time, like, it take you into like a, I don't know, it shuts your body down. It feel like some sand. Like you in sand, like it's sand all over your whole body. But something happens to my brain too at the same time. I be thinking to myself like I ain't even gonna lie, I low key learned some shit, bro. Like when I'm in that state of mind. I ain't gonna lie, once you hit that certain point, it's low key scary. Like, you feel me? Like, it's low-key once you hit that certain point of it, like, it's low-key scary. Like, so once I hit that shit, like, I was like, nigga, I ain't fucking with this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no type of how you want to function on. It's not functionable. Like, you know what I mean? It's like motherfuckers that did Sherman shit back in the days. Motherfuckers that did crack and shit. Like,
hey, he keeping it real, man. He saying that shit not functionable, bro. You on this, you know, you doing all this, and you can't 1-2 step, you can't move around and all that, blah blah blah. This is crazy, bro. This whip it thing is really something. Like, this shit is really, really something. Being an addict is never cool. Shout out to Conrad for kicking the habit, bro. For real, for real. That's a huge thing. Big respect to Conrad for being able to kick that addiction.
doing that shit.
But as we approached our deadline on this video, we ended up making contact with an even more disturbing cast of characters in this drug-fueled saga. They go by the NOS Girls. Although they have yet to become handicapped as a result of abusing nitrous like what happened to Orlin, these girls have taken nitrous consumption to a whole new level. We actually got a close-up look at one of the many hazards of using nitrous when one of the NOS girls collapsed in our store and almost smashed her head on the ground, which is one of the many ways that you can die.
So that's the same thing that Lush says. You fished out, you just black out, like, and that's done. You're just, and you fall and you crack your head, and then there's that. So the drug ain't necessarily killing you; it's the fall that's getting you out of here.
Would become injured as a result of nitrous. Injured as a result of nitrous.
This a big old girl right here. That's a lot of foompa. That's a lot of foompa. She for sure got kids. Somebody unfortunately for sure put a baby in that, but this a lot of foompa. That's a lot of foompa right there. It's an awful lot of foompa right there. She looks stupid. Kind of look like a man. She looks stupid as hell.
When did you start doing NOS?
Like in March. She didn't want a nausea with me. She wanted a nausea with someone else. And then she got put on with them. And I was like, really, bitch? You're not gonna nausea with me? You're fake for that. Literally. All of a sudden, you wanna hit the tanks now? Like, bitch, I was trying to hit the tanks with you. This year in July.
You wanna hit the tanks now? Bitch, I'm trying to hit the tanks with you. So you were smoking crack with me, but you smoking crack with somebody else, basically is what she's saying.
And ever since then, I was like hitting it back to back. Like when I went into my hometown, cause I would always see like people, someone in my hometown, they'll do the whippets though. I found out where they got it from, and then I seen they had tanks, and then ever since then, I was getting a tank like back to back. Not just so good, but it's so expensive, and it was just like every day. And I remember one time, I was like talking to someone who would like send me the NOS, and I was like, oh, like, how long are the tanks are supposed to last? And they're like, you know, one.
She fell hard as fuck. Whoa.
I was like talking to someone who would like.
She got them big old lips. She probably slob a knob. Boy, she probably slob a knob. I'm not gonna lie. Extra sloppy looking dead in your eyes. Look at her. Them lips right there is made for sucking a watermelon through a straw.
I mean the NOS, and I was like, oh, like.
Look at her right here. She takes a mighty big tumble, a mighty big fall.
How long are the tanks are supposed to last? And they're like, you know, one tank, like, for a week and a half or so. And I was blowing that shit, like, more than a tank, a fucking week. Like, talking about...
Nah, don't put Draco the truth in timeout, man. Leave Draco alone. That's the homie. Leave Draco alone. Don't put Draco in timeout. Leave Draco alone. As long as that nigga sending super chats, that nigga's good with me. He can do no wrong. He can say whatever he want to say as long as he sends it in the super chat.
Like 4 tanks.
The ringing is what it hits. If you hear the ringing, you're nosed out. And that's just the best. Don't be getting scared now.
If you hear the ringing, you're nosed out, and that is the best. Bitch, you are on drugs. Baby, you a fiend. Baby, you a fiend. And you look like you made out of clay. You a fiend, baby girl. You a fiend. You a fiend. You a fiend. Dead anchors, baby. You are a fiend.
That's just the best. Before, when I was like in March, this nigga was buying it for me, like, you know.
Did she just say?
Scared now. That's just the best. Before, when I was like in March, this nigga was buying it for me, like, you know, buying the big.
Yeah, like, whoa. The nigga, huh? Okay.
Your tanks, because this is like medium size. He'll buy the bigger ones. And then right now, I'm currently going half with someone, so.
Yeah, she could have been pretty if she wasn't a fucking junkie, bro.
So yeah.
What's the most you spent on
Shit, like.
And she can't stop hitting it. She is a fiend.
Well, cause me and my homegirl will go halves, so maybe like 400.
400 a night?
400 a night on helium? On whipped cream gas? Barnacles.
Like 3 days, yeah.
3 days type shit.
Like, more than.
Let me find out. I can go to the dollar store with $100 and load up on whipped cream cans and just stand outside of any Mexican function with balloons and charge $5 a balloon and just go up. And you get a refund, get a refill. I got you $5 a balloon. Just go up. Nigga, go crazy with $101. You spend $100 on the balloons, on a whipped cream, and $1 on a 1,000 pack of balloons. You will go off.
More than 100 for sure. But.
And they just can't stop filling them fucking balloons up, bro. They can't stop.
One time I was nozzing it on the way to the blast, and I was hitting my balloon. And then I was like, oh shit, like, my homie was like, are you good? And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, fuck, I was trying to put the car, like, I was trying to, like, reverse, and I couldn't reverse. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? And I seen a car, I thought I hit the car because I fucking nozzed the fuck out, I fell asleep. And a car pulled up, like, in front of me. I was like, fuck, did I hit it? And then they got out the car, but oh my God, thank God, they were so nice. They were trying to help me. I was like, can you, like, reverse the car? I was like, please don't put me on Kern County activities. Because in Bakersfield, we have, like, this thing where it's like,
that's why they are in, okay, to anybody from LA or from California, they're in Bakersfield, Kern County. If you know, you know. One of my mods just laughed. She's in Kern County. That makes it make sense. She's out there in Bakersfield. For those of y'all who don't know, Bakersfield is farmland. It's some country shit in California. Bakersfield is for sure the country is shit. It ain't nothing to do with fight, fucking get high. You could tell by the stomach she been fucking. You know she been fighting, and she get high. But you know what? Yeah, they do it in LA too, but this makes sense. This makes sense for Kern County, Bakersfield, California. This right here makes sense for Kern County, Bakersfield, California. And if she ain't got no baby, she for sure got some bodies on her. If you know, you know. It's like a graveyard down there.
You record someone if they crash or they do anything, they fucking record you and they upload it to like an Instagram story. I was like, fuck, please don't put me on Kern County activities. Thank God they did not put me on Kern County activities. Thank God it wasn't like a bad crash. I never crashed to where like there was someone else, like I hit someone, but I have fell asleep like twice off of it. Yeah. To someone that's never done it, like the first like couple balloons when you try it. Well, the first couple balloons I hit when I tried it, I was like, oh shit. Like it just makes you feel like so good. Like I don't know, it just makes you feel good. Like when I first tried it, I'd hit that shit so hard where it'd feel like, I swear to God, like a fucking bouncy ball in my fucking head, and I'll be like, what the fuck? And like, that kind of sucks though, because when you're like always hitting a balloon, they don't hit the same as when you first hit it. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, like I just want to feel that feeling again, but like,
in order to get a more in-depth look into the dangers of using nitrous, we actually sent our team to tap in with a doctor who works in an emergency room who has dealt with a lot of different patients who are suffering from injuries and health issues as a result of nitrous.
Now, one thing she said that y'all got to be aware of, that's something that only a junkie will say, it don't hit like it hit the first time and all that kind of stuff. No, because you're on drugs, because you're a junkie. At that point, when it don't hit how it hit the first one to where you notice it and verbalize it, you're a junkie, straight up.
Hello, my name is Ralph Baca. I'm an emergency room physician here in Los Angeles. I've been working emergency medicine for over 32 years. Heard of nitrous, first used for its medical purposes, what's commonly known as laughing gas, which is used essentially as a sedative to try to alleviate the anxiety with the procedure they may be be done. It's used in emergency rooms, but I know historically it's been around for a long time. It first came to my attention when I first had a patient come in who was a young person, came in because they fainted. When they fainted, they got hurt. They had a head injury, and they came to our emergency room, found out from the patient they had been utilizing nitrous oxide. So nitrous oxide's effects in the body, when it's inhaled, cause what's called vasospasm. Vasospasm is where your blood vessels constrict. And when you constrict blood flow to any part of your body, you diminish the amount of oxygen that's being delivered to that tissue. Most sensitive to that is the brain. You decrease the oxygen level, and that's when people start experiencing the high. That happens pretty quick after utilizing nitrous oxide, but it's usually short-lived. It doesn't last very long. And that's why people apparently repeat using it over and over to maintain that effect. Every time they use it, of course, decreasing the blood flow to the brain, decreasing the oxygen to the brain.
And that's that, man. All right, so we up out here to the next one, man. Just it ain't never that serious, y'all. So that's all I'm gonna say. You feel me? Just it's never serious where you have to take away oxygen from your brain. Red dots to the left, y'all know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel Tweets free.